pero Puff me agarró a ambos por los brazos. Dijo, Jan, tenemos que rezar. Tenemos que rezar. Y aparte, esas manos de mí, dije, ¿rezar por qué?
For decades, the rumors surrounding Biggie Smalls' murder have lived in the shadows, debated in barbershops, whispered in documentaries, recycled as conspiracy. But what Gene Deal has just put into the open feels different. This isn't nostalgia or a dusty theory from the 90s. This is unfolding in real time. As Sean Diddy Combs now faces legal collapse and isolation, voices that once stayed loyal are speaking with alarming specificity. Deal didn't dance around the subject. He alleged outright that while Violetta Wallace, Biggie's mother and lifelong guardian of her son's legacy, was confined to hospice care, a deal was allegedly set in motion to sell off Biggie's entire musical and commercial empire. According to these claims, the reported $150 million transaction was never meant to secure Biggie's children, Faith Evans, or his blood family. Instead, Deal suggests the windfall was structured to benefit corporate insiders, executives quietly installed years ago. Names like Wayne Barrow and Mark Pitts may not ring bells for casual fans, but for those...
Lo que quiero decir es que tienes que entender que no soy ese tipo con el que puedes hablar y tener ese tipo de conversación. No se trataba de dinero. Me necesitaban más de lo que yo los necesitaba a ellos. Me necesitaban porque se sentían seguros, porque trabajaba para Chas Wynn de Black
situation. They represent the moment control shifted away from the family and into boardrooms. Deal's implication is chilling. The takeover didn't begin after Biggie's death. It accelerated because of it. And if true, what looks like business on paper begins to resemble something far darker. Not chaos, not coincidence, but a calculated extraction of a legacy the moment its protector could no longer fight back. And this is where the situation spirals, because the controversy isn't just financial. It's about when everything exploded. Gene Deal didn't randomly decide to speak up. His comments didn't surface in a vacuum. They landed immediately after Netflix released A Reckoning, the 4-part series that Diddy's camp insists is a smear job. But for many watching closely, the documentary wasn't an attack. It was a spark. Things escalated the moment Misa Hilton, Biggie's former partner and the mother of his eldest son, Justin, posted publicly about
las sombras.
Pero yo estaba como, Paul dijo que Paul vino a mí y me dijo, oye, Jim, ¿qué pasa? Yo dije que Paul dijo que no. Que solo lo golpearon. Es un trauma. Dije que se cabreó y se encima.
The harassment she and her child allegedly endured following the documentary's release. Almost immediately after her post gained traction, Deal entered the conversation, but not gently. What followed wasn't damage control. It was retaliation. Rather than denying her claims outright, Deal flipped the narrative. He questioned how he could be accused of harassment at all, positioning himself instead as a longtime defender. And then, without warning, he introduced a far more explosive allegation: the behind-the-scenes sale of Biggie's publishing. That timing alone raised eyebrows. Was it coincidence? Or was someone finally forcing a hand that had stayed hidden for years? Adding to the intrigue, Misa's post vanished not long after it appeared, gone as quickly as it arrived. To some, it looked like second thoughts. To others, it felt like a quiet retreat after realizing just how volatile the situation had become. Either way,
sabía que alguien iba a morir esa noche. Alguien iba a recibir un disparo.
The conversation had already shifted. This was no longer only about how Biggie died. It was about who has been benefiting from his legacy ever since, and why. Now that Diddy is incarcerated and his public image unraveling, these stories are finally surfacing. What was once whispered is now being said out loud, and the shadows aren't holding like they used to. But the thread doesn't end with Biggie. It doubles back to Las Vegas, to Tupac Shakur, to the night everything stopped making sense. According to claims now circulating in legal records, the chain reaction may have started with a song, Hit 'Em Up, a diss so personal, so surgical, that it allegedly pushed tensions past the point of recovery. What's being alleged isn't street gossip. It's drawn from court documents and recorded statements tied to Keith D. In a secretly taped interview with Los Angeles
Esto y ganar.
Pero ya sabes, hay muchas pruebas que apuntan a que todo estaba muy
investigators,
Pero esta es la
Chief D reportedly mentioned Diddy's name dozens of times, nearly 50 by some counts. In those recordings, Keith allegedly claimed that Diddy was not just angry, but panicked, afraid of Suge Knight, enraged by the diss track, and, according to Keith's version of events, willing to offer enormous sums of money to ensure both Shakur and Knight were permanently silenced. What makes the allegation more unsettling is the tone Keith allegedly